Resell, and today we got some Nike Dunks to look at. The Nike SB Dunk Low. Now this is a collaboration with Travis Scott. They're calling this the Cactus Jack colorway. Before we get into the review, do me a favor. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. If you do dig the content, also hit that share button. These videos that we do on this channel are strictly for review purposes. So if you do happen to have any questions or comments, definitely feel free to drop those down below. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the review. So this sneaker does come in this special edition box here. Now in the box sleeve, you do have this paisley / bandana print. If you look closely, of course, you do have that bold Nike SB brand in there in paint. If you do a 360 around the box, you will see more of that paisley print, and then it does have, like, you know, some plaid kind of gray and pink stitch in there with the Cactus Jack branding. Over on this side, you have more of that paisley print as well. The bottom portion of the box, you will see more of that bandana print. You do have some Nike branding here in the white and copyright information. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Nothing else really too much to notate. So for those that do care about that, there you go. Now the box label on the sneaker does read Nike SB Dunk Low Premium QS. The colorway says black, and then beige. So when you do open the box, now up underneath, now it is a swing box lid situation. Up underneath, you do have this hit of pink. I don't see where you do have a blue stamp here. It does have like an S there in blue. The sneaker does come wrapped inside this kind of paisley print here, and it is double wrapped. Up under that, you are met with this regular white tissue paper, and then you're met with the actual sneaker itself. Now inside the box, I don't see, well, you do actually have your white and green YM sticker there. But this is one of those limited Travis Scott's releases. Definitely want to, you know, put this on the channel because I didn't have this one in the collection. So this was requested by me from the vendor. So definitely shout out to them. Excellent Nike SB Dunk Low. Nike Dunks are definitely still kind of popular nowadays. Now with this one, I do like that they did a little bit of the swapping of the materials on the sneaker. Excellent concept. Love this release. But let's go ahead and jump right into it. We're not going to take too long. But again, this is the Nike Dunk SB Low. And again, this is the collaboration with Travis Scott. This is the Cactus Jack colorway. So we're going to take a look at the right sneaker like we always do. Now from first observation, the sneaker does look like what you would expect from any other Nike SB Dunk Low. On the lateral side of the sneaker, first thing you do see is this black Nike exclusion. You do have some black stitching. The mid panel here, it does have, like, you know, this plaid print, if you will. And then you do have the this knit kind of canvas material going through the outer panels here. And that is kind of like, you know, in that blue bandana paisley print, if you will. And it does have, like, you know, some blue stitching going around the ankle collar of the sneaker. You do have like this hit of kind of like nubuck, if you will, in this beige color here. The sock liner of the sneaker is composed of this nylon mesh material, and it's kind of like a gray kind of beige color here. The midsole of the sneaker, now this is kind of like a combination of beige and pink, if you will, for the midsole. The outer sole here, you do have that hit of tan there. And one thing that I did want to point out, it does have, like, you know, some writing here, and that's pretty much it for the lateral side of the sneaker. Switching gears, going to the front toe box area of the sneaker. Now you are met with more of this nubuck material here for the toe box area, and of course it is perforated just like any other Nike Dunk. You do have this mud guard situation here in that knit material with the bandana print, and again you do have some blue stitching. Now the blue stitching is consistent throughout the entire sneaker. Now one thing that they did a little bit different on this release, they did switch out the laces. They didn't give us like the standard, like, you know, flat oval laces. They actually went ahead and gave us these white roll laces as an option. Pretty decent touch, you know, it doesn't take away from the sneaker, you know, or anything like that. I just feel like, you know, it's just a solid touch. The tongue of the sneaker, it is like, you know, more of that kind of beige nubuck, if you will. Now, if you look closely up top, you do have this brown tag here, and it does have the Cactus Jack branding. Now, the tongue of the sneaker is kind of thickly, it's kind of like, you know, thick, kind of plush, just like any other Nike Dunk SB. That's how it's supposed to be. And again, the inside of the sneaker, I'm not going to take the laces. Well, let me smooth the laces out the way real quick. Now the inside of the sneaker, again, it is like, in that kind of like brownish color here. The insole of the sneaker, it does have like, that bandana print, and it does have the Nike SB brand in there in cream. Now they did give us a few lace options with this one. So they did give us this Nike SB branding on this plastic bag here, and you do have this hit of pink, and then you do have the black laces here. I do believe you can go either way. The pink laces, they don't really, it's not really the same pink as the swoosh on the medial side of the sneaker, but it doesn't take away from it. I just feel like for me, the rope laces are the way to go with this one, just because like I felt like it was a little bit different, so I'm gonna stick with that. The medial side of the sneaker, they did keep it simple, just like any other Nike Dunk. So you do have this Nike swoosh here in pink, and you do have like some white stitching. The Nike swoosh itself, now it is in this nubuck material. The mid portion, of course, you have more of that plaid, material there, and that plaid material is like, in the knit kind of fabric, just like, the paisley print on the sneaker. Of course, you do have that kind of pinkish kind of beige midsole over on this side, and then of course you can see the beige showing up from up underneath. And that's pretty much it for this side here. Now going towards the rear, up top, you do have this brown tag here, and it does have like, the Nike branding stitched in this kind of like light pink color, if you will. And then of course you do see more of that tan nubuck material, and then it does have like some horizontal stitching, more of that knit material with the bandana print on the rear. And then of course you can see the white and cream on the outsole as well. And that's pretty much it for the back. Now going towards the bottom of the sneaker, nothing too different than what you would expect from any other Nike Dunk. So you do have your standard Nike Dunk traction. So on top you do have your circular traction pod. Smack dead in the middle you do have that Nike brand in there with the swoosh. And that's pretty much it. The left sneaker is pretty consistent with the other side. Nothing too different there on this one. Everything is consistent. Of course you do have the swoosh on this side as well, and then you have the pink on the medial side. One thing that I thought was a little bit different though, because this is a Travis Scott release, I thought that it was kind of weird that they didn't give us like the reverse Nike swoosh that they normally do on the Travis Scott sneakers. But at the end of the day, I don't know why that is, but it is what it is. But definitely solid release. If I was actually to give a rating on this sneaker, I would definitely give this one a solid 10 out of 10. I feel like I love the concept, love the swiping out of the materials and everything like that. It's definitely not an everyday sneaker, but if you're looking for something to kind of like step out and like, make like some eyes hit your feet, this is definitely a good option. As far as like comfort and size, and the sneaker does fit like what you would expect from like any other Nike Dunk. Now for me, that is true in size. I don't really recommend you guys going upper half or going down to half size on these. Stick true to size on this one and you'll be good to go. And that's pretty much it. But I definitely want to take time to shout out the vendor who actually gets the sneaker to review on the channel for you guys. And I do encourage you guys to stay engaged like always. I can be reached on all social media platforms. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, even here on YouTube. Everything is at the King of Soul. But before we go, I'm gonna hit you guys with a 360 and a B-roll like I always do. But there you go. Nike Dunk SB Low. And again, this is the collaboration with Travis Scott, Cactus Jack colorway. So there's the front of the sneaker, lateral side of the right, lateral side of the left. There's your bottom. There's the medial side with the pink swoosh. And then there's the rear. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But I definitely thank you guys for taking the time to tune in like always. But until next time, see you later.